It's time for the daily news from the Leopards News Network. Unfortunately, lots of leopards called out of work today. So we have Jenny Jaguar on the news desk today. Let's jump into the news items for today. This one is hilarious to me. This one's titled, "How Terrible That Billionaires Are in Charge, Cries Woman Who Voted for Billionaires to Be in Charge." Y'all know that there is a civil war between the tech bros and the MAGA, the alt-right MAGA. It's been hilarious to watch it go back and forth. The person who posted it says, number one, Laura Loomer voted for a billionaire and his friends to suppress Dems and Libs. Number two, said billionaires have the consequences of suppressing everyone who challenges them. Number three, as a consequence of billionaires suppressing everyone who challenges them, suppression happened to Laura Loomer. I am going to read what Laura Loomer wrote, but here are some of the comments under this post. Public Fury account says, yes, this is definitely Leopards Ate My Face. She hoped these people would suck all the oxygen from or browbeat Democrats, only to discover that they'll do it to her at the drop of a hat. Slip and Slider says, in her defense, she's incredibly ignorant. Rabble Runt says, she's one of the best people on our team that doesn't even know it. She's been one of the only conservative voices calling them out in a language they understand. Watching her clash with Trump's team is hours of entertainment too. All right, here's Laura Loomer's tweet, a very long tweet. She says, it's crazy how hard some of us have worked to get Vice President Trump and JD Vance elected, and now the tech bros are just deliberately silencing us online. Is this what we can expect over the next 4 years? Will the base be erased by the checkbooks of the tech bros, the broligarchs? It's outrageous how this has still not been addressed for 2 weeks. It's really a slap in the face to so many in the MAGA movement who worked so hard to get Trump elected. Free speech is completely under attack by many who are now going into the Trump administration, and nobody has the courage to say a word about it. The egregious censorship of MAGA on X over the last 2 weeks is sending the message that if you are rich enough, you can get away with censoring the base and violating people's rights. This needs to be stopped now. It's un-American to silence and demonetize American citizens just because they have policy disagreements. This censorship is dividing the MAGA base and is making the base feel as though they will not have a voice. Everyone sees it, but they are too afraid to speak out. The GOP needs to decide if they are going to fight for free speech or sell it to the highest bidder. Why is this egregious censorship of the base being tolerated? Will the base still matter, or just the tech broligarchs? It is outrageous, and I know many who feel this way and are too scared to speak out. My account has been completely silenced out of retaliation, and now my journalism, this is journalism, and now my journalism is being suppressed. And then she added, Team Trump. Yes, Laura Loomer, you are now irrelevant. The tech bros are taking over. The tech bros are in charge, and you're on a tech bros platform. Duh, of course you're going to be subject to censorship on his platform. You really thought that they were for freedoms? Freedom, the dumb. Okay, so this is a good one. Trump supporter is concerned about the holes in his ranch's workforce if immigrants are deported. Many of these companies, these business owners, they're coming to grips with the fact that if their people are deported, is going to impact their business. So this is definitely Leopards Ate My Face. The OP says, speaking for himself and not any organization, Koenig said he supports enforcing immigration laws and supports Trump on many policies, but says this position could devastate agriculture. Actually, I'm just going to get into the article. Here's the article. Ranchers call for balanced immigration reform to meet Nebraska's agriculture labor needs. Nebraska's governor pledges to work with the Trump administration to deport criminals and terrorists, but some ranchers say deportations could create a void in agriculture when many are already short of help. Cattlemen say good help is hard to find. Feeding, cleaning pens, walking pens, pulling sicks, processing, whatever it is, Jerry Cunin said. USDA data shows only a third of farm workers were born in the country. The rest are immigrants. Some are naturalized citizens or having legal status, but 42% are undocumented. 42% are undocumented. And these people voted. These people in these states overwhelmingly voted for this. This is overwhelmingly going to impact their own state. VP Donald Trump vows to crack down at the border. We're going to be closing the border. It's going to be closed very strongly, he said recently. Speaking for himself and not any organization, Koenig says he supports enforcing immigration laws and supports Trump on many policies, but says this position could devastate agriculture. I'm of the opinion we'll create a real void if they're sent home, addressing that they need to be legal, but the problem is, where's the line to go to be legal? Agriculture wants a seat at the table. I think everyone knows we need a workforce, and agriculture uses a lot of workers from other countries. We need to make sure that discussion that AG is included and farmers and ranchers have adequate workers they need, Jordan Ducks of Nebraska Farm Bureau said. Good help is tough to find, and agriculture fuels Nebraska's economy, not just the packing plants. I'm not going to put the burden on them. Those of us in production agriculture, whether that be feedlots, dairy barns, hog barns, chicken houses, yeah, they've come from somewhere else, Koenig said. For now, he hopes policymakers find solutions that balance security with the needs of Nebraska farmers and ranchers. Why are they here? For a better life, because somebody's providing a job. We spoke with the staff of the Nebraska Cattlemen. Association leaders say they support legal immigration, and members would agree the system is flawed and needs to be reformed. If Congress looks at H-2A guest worker visas, those in the cattle sector say it needs to work year-round. Governor Jim Palin met with VP Trump recently. Okay, Nebraska went through this in the first term. If they were farmers and ranchers and they relied on, this type of labor, they knew what they were getting when they signed up for him for part 2. They chose to have their faces eaten. Now we are all face the consequences because they weren't thinking and decided to vote for him again. Now, I've never seen this subreddit, Trump's virus, but they have some good memes. Now it says under here, all that butt kissing and none of them got jobs in the Trump administration. Now, I do know Tim Scott, I know Byron Donalds, but I don't know these 3, but they all have a look. Look at them. They all definitely look like they are Black MAGA. Someone will have to tell me who's 1, 2, and 3, these people that we don't know. Like, who are these people? So this was another meme that's in the Trump virus subreddit. It says Prez, and he just keeps spitting out lies, and they just keep eating it up because they love the lies. Nom, nom, nom. That's the reason why so many faces are getting eaten, because they love to eat up his lies. They know he's a liar, but they just keep eating it up. Now, I know I discussed this yesterday. The civil war between Elon Musk and Steve Bannon. I just needed to discuss it again and say how deeply amused I am that Steve Bannon, of all people, Steve Bannon, the first puppeteer of the first Trump term, is calling Elon Musk evil and a racist. The irony of that is just delicious. And I am looking forward to more MAGA civil war. It, like, literally Inauguration Day isn't even here, and there's so much MAGA infighting. And then I'm just going to end with this picture. This picture definitely looks like this dude is 87 to 93% dead. He looks like he is like completely unhealthy. That's all of those Big Macs and Diet Cokes coming out of his skin. This dude is not healthy. They said this is an image from the New York Times today. Look, if it ain't a virus, it's human decomposition. And that's certainly what it looks like to me. Let me know what it looks like to you. I say 87 to 93% dead. Let me know what you think. Jump in the conversation. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.